and welcome back to Take This Out. I'm JJ, and today I'll be sharing with you my plans for Take This Out's ultimate draft coverage. Before we begin, I want to let you know that we have started season 2 of this podcast, so my goal is to have more guests on, better audio quality, and just altogether better content for Take the Snap. Let's begin. My plan is to give you guys ultimate draft coverage. I'm talking podcast episodes from today, April 22nd, to March 1st. That's a whole lot of podcast episodes. I'm planning to do an episode every day between that span. And I'm going to tell you what to look forward to in that span. I will be talking about, in my opinion, the top prospects. I will be doing a first round mock draft, what every team should do. I'll be doing a 3-round mock draft, and then I'll be doing draft question and answer, and then I'll be doing a draft preview, rounds 1 through 7 recap, each separately, and then I'll be doing a total draft recap that will recap the whole draft in general. I promise you guys that this will be the ultimate draft coverage. I also want to hear your opinions. I have some questions set up where you guys can answer about my podcast, and I also have a poll set up where you guys can share your opinions about the draft. So if you guys can go and answer those, well then I will see that, and I will take you guys' opinions and I will look at them. That's it for the plans. But before I leave, we're going to do a fun exercise. It's called Spin That Draft Wheel. This is how this exercise works. I know you can't see it, but I have a wheel with 20 of the best draft prospects for 2023. I will spin the wheel and I have 1 minute to share my opinions about that player. I will spin the wheel 4 times. I have spun the wheel and the wheel picked Jalen Carter. The 1 minute has started. I think that he's the best football player in this draft. I know the character issues, but I think that he will probably go to the Seahawks at number 5. I think he's a really good athlete. Best defensive tackle in this draft by far, but the character issues are the problem. Now, I think that he's just had a great career, and he's on the field and going 100%, giving his all and not having off-the-field issues. He's the best player on that field, and I think that he will do really good in the NFL if he can keep that character issues away from him. Now he's met with teams only in the top 10, which makes me think he thinks he's going in the top 10. I think he'll go in the top 10 because he's a great football player. And I think that it will go well for whoever team drafts him if they can keep him under control and if they can stop his character issues from coming up again. Time's up. I will now spin the wheel again. The wheel spun and landed on CJ Stroud. Now I think that CJ, he is a great football player like Jalen Carter. He's a quarterback. I think he's the second best quarterback in this draft behind Bryce Young, and I think that he will go very high. Now, I don't think that he's the best player, which, like I said, I think he's the second best quarterback, but I think that he's a great, accurate passer, and that whatever team he goes to will be very successful. Now, some might argue he's better than Bryce Young, and in some positions he is. But I think that overall, Bryce Young is the better quarterback. But CJ Stroud, he's just great down the field. He can throw it long, he can go up the middle, he can do a lot of things. On the game against Georgia, he just had a great performance, used his legs to run. Even though Ohio State lost the game, it was CJ Stroud's best performance anyone's ever seen out of him. And now I think he will be very successful in this league. Time is up. The wheel has spun and landed on Christian Gonzalez. Timer has begun. Now I think Christian Gonzalez, he's just a great player all around. I think that he's a really good cornerback, and I know that he'll probably go pretty early because there's a lot of good cornerbacks and a lot of teams need cornerbacks, and he's one of the best out of the cornerbacks, and the team that needs a cornerback will probably go and get him. So I think that he's just great, and I think that whatever team will go into will make him successful because I know that he's just can do a lot, and I know that Christian Gonzalez will be very good this upcoming season, And I know that a lot of teams don't need a cornerback, like I said before. And I think that whoever gets Christian Gonzalez will be grateful because they got the cornerback that they really needed. And I think that it will be great for the team and Christian Gonzalez. And I think that everyone will be happy with whoever gets him. Time's up. I spun the wheel for the final time and it landed on Zay Flowers. The timer has begun. Zay Flowers. I think that he could be the best player in this draft. He's going to be the best just wide receiver, in my opinion. I think he's just the best at just speed, even though it wasn't really that fast in the combine, but he's just really speedy. I think that he's really athletic, even though a lot of people aren't talking about that. I think that he has great hands. I think he's all around the best, just really showy. And I think that sometimes that's a good thing. I think Zay Flowers is just a great wide receiver. I think that he was just the guy nobody was talking about, and then everyone was talking about him all of a sudden. I think that's great for him. And I think that whatever team will get him will just be happy to have a really good wide receiver and a really good pass catcher in Zay Flowers. Now I think there's a couple things he can work on, but I think overall he's just a great wide receiver. And I think that him and Jackson Smith-Njigba are the best wide receivers in this draft. And I think that he will go in the first round, and I believe that he's good. That's all. That's it for today. Thanks for listening to Take the Snap.